Hey, what's going on? Luke Hart here. So tonight I'm going to be painting some miniatures. And just in case you're new to my channel, I have my intro still needs work apparently. I haven't done this enough. I've been a Dungeon Master since high school, and I create weekly D&D videos with information and resources to help Dungeon Masters run awesome games. So anyway, like I said, tonight I just wanted to paint some miniatures. I have not painted miniatures for like a year. It feels like I haven't painted them for a year. And so tonight I was like, you know what? I just want to paint some miniatures, and I might as well just do it live. That way, I mean, folks can see how I paint my miniatures. I mean, I'm not a very good miniature painter, in my opinion. I'm still quite a bit of an amateur. However, people might find this useful. It might be interesting to watch this. I mean, I'm not going to be very talkative, to be honest with you. I really just want to chill and paint miniatures. I got like camera setups and crap so that you can like see what I'm painting and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm actually gonna put on Matt Colville's episode 1 of The Chain, his like actual play thing that he started not too long ago. And I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna put my headphones on. I'm gonna be listening along to that and stuff. And then just painting miniatures. I might comment a little bit on like what I'm doing with the miniatures. I've picked out a couple that I'm gonna be working on. So this one right here. Let's see if I can get how close I can get that. I am almost done with this one. Almost done with that one. This one right here, I have got a pretty good start on. I think I got his skin done, and some of the wood on his shield. But that's about all I got on that guy. And then this guy right here, I just did my I do this like wash that darkens them and helps me to pick out all the highlights and make it a little easier to paint. So I picked these guys out. I'm going to be working on these guys tonight. And so that's pretty much it. I will be paying attention to chat. I'll answer questions as they come up. But mostly, I'm just going to chill and paint miniatures. And that's that. So there we go. I'm going to pop the chat out. 4 Elemental. What's going on, dude? How you doing, man? I'm a little tired tonight, too, right now. So I'm probably not going to be my normal lively self. I'm going to relax, and I'm going to be painting miniatures. And so that is what is going on tonight, guys. So there you go. It's just a chilling on a Saturday night. So there we go. I'm going to get my stuff set up, and I'm going to talk through, actually, you know what? The first thing that I'm going to take a look at, let's go to my desk view. Ooh, fancy. So basically, what I'm doing here, this is my wet palette. Now, I cleaned it up. I haven't used it in a while. So this guy right here is like bone dry. So I'm gonna pour some water on that guy. Now, actually, this is just like tap water. I should be using distilled water. Whenever you're like diluting paints or, you know, putting water in like a wet palette or something, you should be using distilled water. It doesn't have any possible contaminants, minerals, junk like that in it. This is actually softened water, so I mean, it's probably got some salt in it. So a little bit of salt in it. Whatever, who cares? It's not like all my miniatures are for like playing the game. They're for the table. I don't like put them in like trophy cases and crap like that. So, oh, that thing's all blowing up. He's getting all lively. So, it's been a while since I used this bad boy. He's bone dry. Just trying to get some water in him right now. So, there we go. David Nash, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Cool. What are you painting, dude? I'm gonna paint. I have a giant. I have a female giant, an Eton, and then an ogre that I'm gonna be working on tonight. I'm getting my wet palette going right now. So all the water pouring is about getting my wet palette going. Woo! I might have put too much in here. Now it's gonna be like totally saturated. Alright, let's see how that looks. I'm gonna flip that bad boy over. Yeah, well, I think it got way too dry because I let this sucker sit here for a while. I mean, like I said, I haven't painted like in a year or something. I'm surprised I actually cleaned it up. A lot of times I leave my wet palette with the paints I'm using in it for like a long time. Like, you're not supposed to leave it in there for too long. But I've left paints in there for like a month. And I'll come back and they're good to go. And I can just pick it up and they're not dry or moldy or anything. And I just keep painting. So now I can actually see it looks like some of this cloth. And that might be some. No, that could just be paint. That's probably paint that's kind of like seeped through or whatever. But yeah, this looks a little a little unused. It's a little dry. This should be fine. And what I do, actually, I ended up having this already cut out. I just use parchment paper on top of my wet palette. Now, there is like sheets you can buy that are already pre-cut and crap that go on here that are made for this thing, but like I never use them. Oh, it's gonna curl on me. Oh no, it's curling! Holy crap, man! Frost giants, sweet. I have some frost giants. They're not the right size frost giants. they're too small. They're only like 10 by 10. The bases are 10 by 10. There, that should be okay. That's really wet. Whew! I might have gone a little too wet on my palette. Oh well, that's life. That's life. I don't think it's gonna be a big deal. It's probably not a big deal. All right, cool. I got my wet palette. Oh, I gotta put some water in my cup. My painting cup needs water. That's probably enough. There we go. Bam. Got my painting cup. Alright, this might be too far. I might need to like pull my camera down a little bit so that you guys can see my junk a little better. That might work. Let's try that. Let's see how that goes. Alright, what am I doing? I get rid of that guy. Get rid of that dude right there. Oh, the camera's in the other camera now. It's blocking the view. Here we go. Let's pull that guy up a little bit. A little bit more. There we go. There we go. That's good. Sweet. Yeah, I used a homemade wet palette too. I used a little Tupperware container. What did I do? Tupperware container, paper towel, like 2 pieces of paper towel on the bottom that absorb the water, and then parchment paper on top of it. And I used that for quite a while. But it was like that big, and it was slopey. It wasn't totally flat, and so like stuff would run around and crap. And I'm like, this is dumb. I have a job, and so I bought like a $20 wet palette, and it's much better. So yeah. All right. So I think this chick right here. Well, I'm gonna do something with this chick right here. I got most of her done. I'm trying to figure out. I don't think I like her hair. I think her hair needs probably needs a black wash to go into the crevices, and then I probably need to do some highlights, just some dry brushing on it, I think. I'm trying to remember where I left. Obviously, I have to base this still. I haven't based it. Like, you know, it's still this ugly, dumb, horrible base, you know? So I got to do that. But that's like the last thing I do on the minis. I think everything else looks okay. I mean, she looks pretty solid other than her hair. So I'm going to touch her hair up. The Eaton I haven't done anything on, so I got to totally start on the Eaton. I'll probably start with his skin. I think I usually, you know, one of these days I'll learn how to do eyes. I'm not very good at eyes. I might get to the Eaton. I'm going to work on the ogre for sure. So, all right, we'll get that going. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my headphones on, and I'm going to start listening to some of Matt Colville's The Chain thing. So, and then I'm going to be painting. I have to use headphones because otherwise, like, the audio will come and then go back into my microphone, and then you guys are going to hear this weirdo thing. So that's why the headphones. And, like, I need big muffs because they're awesome. They're totally awesome. All right, come on. Where is my light? Oh, what is that? Oh, never mind. All right. I got to find my spot. There we go. It's interesting. They got like a new guy on the cast for The Chain. They got some kicking like setup too. I mean, well, they made like a couple $1 million on their Kickstarter, so they can afford a kicking setup. That's pretty cool though. There's a new guy on there. That's interesting. Anyway, I'm supposed to be painting minis. I don't care. I'm chilling, guys. I'm like painting minis, watching the show, so whatever. All right, I need to put a wash on this lady. All right, here's my black wash. Gotta shake this bad boy up. It's been sitting here for like a year. It's probably got like a big old layer like in the bottom of it. This is just what kind of wash is this? This is Vallejo. Se hace en México, Vallejo, no, España. Se hace en España, Barcelona. Acrilosvallejo.com. There we go. Base de agua para plásticos. There you go, guys. Vallejo paint is made in Spain. It's imported. Nice. This is just me being dumb. All right, that should be good. Now I do not use my wet palette for washes. That'd be freaking hilarious. I just have like one of these cheapo plastic guys, which is pretty not clean. And then I'm going to use a bad brush. I'm going to use a messed up brush too. I'm not going to use like a good brush for, and not that I have super expensive brushes anyway, but like I'm still going to use like a crappy brush. Those are, I have like, here's my like cheap like $5 Meyer brushes. Meyer's like our version of Walmart, like in Michigan. We have Walmart too, but like, let's do this. Let's use this guy. All right, I'm gonna use this bad boy right here. Cheapo brush for washing. Also use cheapo brushes for dry brushing because that'll screw the bristles up and crap. So, all right. Alright, I think I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna just wash her standing up because there's like some crap in her hair that I can get. Like, woo, woo, woo. I don't know how well you all can see what I'm doing, but whatever. Now I'm using like a black wash. I probably could have used my brown wash. I have a sepia wash too. That might have, I mean that could have worked, but it's not like, I wanted to get a little darker. And then that'll make the dry brush highlights, I think, stand out a little bit more. I'm not a pro. Just a fool with a brush and some cheap paint. Literally cheap paint. I have super cheap paint. There we go. That's not too bad. That looks a lot better already. I need some more wash. Probably need 2 more drops. Washes dry out fast, I think, so I don't put a whole bunch in the palette, and I don't want to waste it either. Just want to, I'm bumping cameras. There we go. that looks better already. That looks better than the crappy brown paint I had already. Nice. Yeah, I don't know how well you can see this crap on the camera, but oh well. You get an idea of it, I guess. Oh, her ponytail. She's got a ponytail. A giant has a ponytail. Nice. Yeah, I had this chick almost totally done. And then I took a year break. Alright, braid has been washed. That's gonna look cool. I think I got all her hair with the wash. Alright, that's cool. We'll let her dry. Let her dry over there. I'll wash my brush out. Then I have a second cup to put my brushes in so they can dry and crap. Oh, they started level 5. So Colville's campaign started at level 5. That's interesting. Right now I am at 51 minutes and 55 seconds. Just in case you want to watch with me as I paint. Alright. I have an ogre. So I did his skin. I did his club. I did some wood. I think I'm gonna get some metal color, and then because he has chainmail, and then some like scales here, and then there's some metal on his shield. He's got like a bracer on with spikes. There's spikes on his club. So a lot of stuff is metal color. All right, a lot of stuff is metal color. So let me see. I got some stuff. I used to. So I don't just do like a metal color. Usually what I do. So this is steel gray. I can use that. Again, cheapo paint from like Walmart. Like this, I have better paint, a little bit better over here, but this stuff gets the job done, dude. I'm not winning trophies or anything. But what was I gonna do? I put there we go, silver. So what I do for a lot of times for things that are metal colored, just to make them look a little cooler. Orange. Orange is down here. Orange. One of my cats is visiting me. I will mix I'm gonna mix steel gray, and then I'm gonna put a little bit of silver in it, like shimmering silver. And that's going to make it like all sparkly and stuff. So that's what I'm doing here. I got to mix this crap up. Ooh. Oh. I should use my wet palette. Okay. Wet palette. My cat's down here. Having fun. Oh, wait. One of the guys has only played D&D, this is the first time this guy's played D&D. Cool. Tom. Which one's Tom? It must be the new guy. All the other guys I've seen on his stuff before. So, Tom, who is Nails, a level 5 sorcerer. Must be the first time he's played D&D. My commentary on this is going to make no sense if you're not also watching it. I don't care. Whatever. I'm going to go for 1 drop All right, I got 3 drops of the great thing about using cheapo paint is like if I waste some of it, I don't care. I just smoked my muff. I'm like, ah! That's awesome. All right, I'm just gonna do 1 drop of silver, and we're gonna see how that. I usually just mix with like the butt of one of my brushes. Usually works pretty well. So I got like 3 kind of big drops of steel gray, and then I put 1 drop of silver in it. I think that's pretty decent. It's got like a little bit of glimmer in it without being like, yeah. Let's use that. Oh, I don't have a, where's my paper towel? Oh, there it is. Paper towel. Never paint at home without it. Yeah, I'll throw that in there. All right, cool. Woo! I mean, I'm just gonna start painting this stuff, man. You know, that seems a little thick. I might need to thin this down because I'm gonna be, yeah, that's too thick. I'm gonna be painting chainmail, and if this like gunks up all the links, then I'm not gonna get any like detail. I'm gonna once I paint the chainmail, I'm gonna put a wash on it so that it like, you know, I'm hitting everything. Oh man, man down, man down. That's awesome. I gotta. What do we call that? There's a name for that. I gotta water down my my paint. So, what I use for paint thinner, if I can open it, it's all caked. It's all caked and crazy. What I use for paint thinner is it's a 1-to-1 mixture of distilled water and matte medium. So that's how I thin crap out. And it needs shaking too. And I just use one of these little dropper thingies to do that. But I definitely think I gotta thin that down. Otherwise, I'm gonna have problems with my my chainmail. Oh man, I need like a knife. It's gone. It's all crusted. That's freaking hilarious. There we go. Bingo. Bingo, bango. I want to do 4 drops, and we will see how that goes. That's a lot better. That's a lot thinner. I think that should be okay, maybe. Alright, I'm gonna get a good brush now. Probably just gonna use a 1, I think. I keep it all. I keep all my brushes in the original packaging. Keep them protected with like the little plastic thingy bobber on them. I think a 1 will work pretty well. That should work okay. There we go. There we go. What am I doing? I was gonna paint this guy. I think I want to mess with the chain first. Let's just get the chain links done. And I don't even have to I don't have to get into the crevices either, because I could actually dry brush the chain links. I should dry brush the chain links actually, instead of using that brush, because that way I won't have to worry about getting crap in the crevices so much. So I'm gonna dry brush that crap. This is my technical terminology. Crap. Find one that I like. I think this one looks okay. I'll go with this guy. I'll go with this guy. Oh, cool. You've watched the first episode of The Chain? Awesome. I don't know what they're doing right now. I think they're still getting themselves in their first encounter or something. I don't know what's going on. I'll figure it out eventually. Alright, dry brushing. Dry brushing. I get distracted. Get some paint on there, and then paper towel it a little bit. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I might have taken too much off there. I got a cat hair on my brush. That's not going to work. I could be kind of sloppy because most of this is armor. I need more of that crap. I took too much off, I think. Let's see how that works. There we go. That's better. There we go. Got that. See, I have it. He forgot how surprise works in 5th edition. Oh my gosh. Come on, dude, you're the dungeon master. You got to know this crap. Yes, most people watching should know how it works. I'm like, this is my commentary to Matt Colville's actual play thing. There's no flat-footed in D&D 5th edition. Dang it. I got white spots in there. I'll tell you what, one of the reasons I love painting minis is because they look good afterwards. And they look so much better than those cheap China painted minis that WizKids sells. Those things suck. The pre-painted garbage. Oh my gosh. It's 2 colors, maybe 3 colors if you're lucky. Stuff's horrible. No. He's cool. Whatever. Ah! Ah! I got metal on his skin. I painted his skin this green color a year ago, so I don't know how I made that color. Woo! 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 Hot brush, hot brush. So I gotta make sure I don't get iron color on his skin. My cat is just rubbing against my leg down here. He is having fun. Oh. All right, stand by. I need more precision. I got some tight quarters. Cameron F. What's going on, buddy? How you doing, man? Good to see you. I know I've seen you in one of my streams before. Your name looks familiar. Don Heck, I want to say the same about you. I'm sure I've seen you around, man. What's going on, dude? Always save unused paint. Yeah, dude, wet palette. I can leave this crap in here for like a month, and it'll be good to go. All right. I had it loaded up too much. See, I'm trying. I'm like, I'm gonna dry brush this with a crap load of paint on my brush, like a moron. Stupid moron. Now I got a bunch of gunk in there. I think I got the chainmail. Did I get all the chainmail? I'm trying to dry brush all the chainmail. I'll put a wash on it later. Ooh, nice. All right, I think I got the chainmail done. I'm gonna paint his shield now. I got a big metal rim that goes around the edge of it that I'm gonna hit up. I probably need a bigger brush for that because it's pretty thick. It's a thick metal rim. I need a big one. Cameron says, just got done playing some Tomb of Annihilation. Awesome! Awesome. I have heard good things about that one. Have I heard good things about that one? Yes, I have. I have heard good things about that one. I was the guy who had the Forgotten Realms and DM's advice on Facebook. Ah. That rings a bell. I'm going to go look at Facebook now. Is that a group, dude? That sounds like it was a group that I saw or something. Is that right? Is it a... I mean, I think that's what it is, dude. I'm tired and my memory sucks. So, like, forgive me. I'm going to Facebook now. I'm checking you out, man. Checking you out. I don't know. Where are all my groups? I don't know how to use Facebook. I have no idea how to use Facebook. I don't know. All right, I give up. I'm going back to painting. Where was I? I was looking for a bigger brush. Here's a 2. I could use a 2. I should, like... You guys are all hearing, like, crinkly plastic. It's like, what's all the crinkling plastic going on around here? This will make it easier for me to pull brushes. Because I take meticulous care of all my crap. Because it lasts longer that way. I have phones. Dude, my cell phones last me, like, 5 years. Not a crack on the screen. Because, like, I take care of that crap. I don't drop them and all that bull crap. I'll, like, get a new phone and I'll turn the old one in and they're like, holy crap, it looks like it hasn't even been used. And I use them. I just don't treat it like a piece of junk. I just take care of it, you know. All right, this is pretty good. This is like a pretty good thickness brush, I think. All right, I'm going to paint the rim of this shield. I got this really thinned out. I'm going to have to put like lots of layers on this. Which I guess is preferable to having like a big thick layer, but it's just going to take more effort. You know what I'm saying? I'm hitting my camera. Well, should bump it back or something. I've got some bristles that are like coming off on this stupid thing. I need like little cutter things. All I got are big fat scissors. That's annoying. I need like little cutters. I need like bolt cutters. Get these bristles off. Ooh. Don Heck is sending me a link. It's right to his Facebook page. All right. I will show it. All right. I'm copying your link, dude. And I'll toss it over here in Facebook and see what's going on. See what... Ooh, that's not working. That's not working. There we go. Forgotten Realms and Game. Whoa, what is going on? Go to the home. That's weird. Can't get it to work. It's like going, why does it go like big whole huge screen, man? Forgotten Realms, Game Master Ideas, standby. Oh man, my Facebook just broke. What a piece of junk, man. Forgotten Realms, Game Master Ideas. There we go. I found it. I found it. Oh, cool. Well, I play in Forgotten Realms, so I will like your page, buddy. I'm now following your page. There we go. Nice. That's cool. All right. Anyway, back to our regular scheduled programming. Cameron's party is going to get TPK'd. Red Dragon? Well, why are you hunting down a red dragon if you're 5th level, dude? Yeah, you're going to die. Unless you're... Princess Carnudo, what's up? Princess K's in the house. Thank you, Princess Carnuda, for joining us. She's one of my patrons, so thank you, Princess Carnuda. Layers, blah, brah. Yeah, I know, dude. I'm a lazy painter, though. You know what I mean? I just want to get it done. Because I just use these at my table. So as long as they don't look crap, you know, I'm good. Janelle, what's going on? How you doing? Oh, you're DMing tomorrow? Cool. You're going to try out a Tiefling Killer Mystery. Sweet. Now, are the Tieflings the killers? Or is the Tiefling the one that got killed? That's the question. I don't know. A mystery session? You got to have clues and stuff. I don't know. Like, I would have, like, a list of clues, a bunch of different clues and stuff, you know, and then as they're going through the adventure and stuff, you know, you got to present clues to them. I mean, I don't know. I'm like, everybody's like, thanks, Luke, Captain Obvious. Present clues to them. Great. Awesome. I mean, I don't do, like, mysteries a whole lot, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, I don't know. Set some ambiance with, like, your narration, your description of, like, the environment and stuff, you know. but you got to have clues that are going to lead them to the end, and then, yeah. Sorry. My brain's not on tonight. I'm in mini painting mode. I don't do a lot of mystery stuff. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have tons of stuff I could tell you. Sorry. I've failed. I'm a failure as a dungeon master advice giver. What are we going to do now? Paint miniatures. Alright, I was painting the shield. That's right. Oh, my layer's like almost dried now. My first layer's pretty much dry. I mean, that's what happens when you paint a thin layer. It dries fast. Now see, he was talking in his stream, he's talking about when a creature is summoned and gets to act. I usually, when I summon a creature, I don't let it get to act until the next turn. That's how I usually do it when I'm DMing. I think it could be justified by saying that the creature, like, it just got yanked out of some like other dimension and then lands there, and it's like, whoa, what's going on? And so it's got to like orient itself. The person who summoned it's got to give it like the command of what it wants it to do and crap like that. So, Cameron says we have Artis, Chimer, and Dragonbait with us, so the rest of the party thinks we can win. We also have a giant magic robot, Shield Guardian. Shield Guardians are cool, but I think we're going to get wrecked. How did you guys get a Shield Guardian at level 5? Oh my gosh. Those things are hardcore. Your DM's just like, woo, have some cool stuff. All right. No. You guys don't know how to do critical hits. They're like, why are you rolling the dice again? Because I critted. Don't you just double it? No, you don't double it. These guys have all played 5th edition before. They played a whole freaking campaign of 5th edition. And they don't know how to do critical hits. Oh my gosh. Am I overly critical? Should I just accept that they don't, they've never critical hit in their lives before and they've never figured that out? Man, I'm probably being overcritical. I should just be more accepting. But dude, seriously, you don't got to play 5th edition too long before you realize that, critical hits, you double the dice, all dice, which is why like rogues and paladins are crit hunters. Rogues because they double their sneak attack, obviously. And then paladins because if they crit and then they smite, they double all their smite damage. So those guys are crit hunters. I'm listening to Matt Colville's The Chain, episode 1, in case you guys are all wondering like what I'm talking about. You're like, what is he talking about? What's he listening to? You know what? You know what I should do? I should actually like update. I should update my like image so like people know what the heck I'm watching and what my commentary is about. Now I'm being kind of careful to a certain extent on this because like I already pre-washed the whole thing with like a, what do I call it? It's like a dark wash type thing, and it gets darkness, it gets darkness into all the crevices, which gives it some like shading to begin with. And so I'm trying to be careful not to like slop paint all over the place, because that'll screw up my like, you know, pre-shading crap that I did. So like that's why I'm being kind of careful, and I'm not just, I mean, I'm sure that there are people that paint a whole lot faster than I do and probably still come up with much better quality, but like whatever. There we go. Ooh, that doesn't look too bad. That looks cool. I need to make that. What am I going to make that face color? All right. You got the Shield Guardian at level 2? What the heck, dude? Now I gotta look at like what level a Shield Guardian is. I'm gonna pull up a PDF real quick and see. Where is that? Rulebooks, Monster Manual, Monster Manual, Shield Guardian. A Shield Guardian is a CR7 creature, 17 armor class, 142 hit points. It does a two-fisted. That does a good amount of damage, and you got a level 2. Wow. All right. I mean, players love that stuff. Now the DM's got to like, you know, account for a Shield Guardian and all of his encounters that he creates. And if he's running like a module, then he's got to adjust everything. That's a lot of work. But I'm sure you guys all like having a Shield Guardian. The DM's just got to figure out how that works in his game, you know? That's all. It's a really powerful thing to have. Nice. There we go. Sweet. This is drying pretty nicely. Like, it looks good when it dries. I like that. Nice. Yeah, your DM wasn't thrilled. I mean, if I'm running a modular adventure and there's something dumb in it, like, that, like, I'm like, this is dumb, or it's going to break the game, or it's going to make my life more difficult. I mean, I'm totally willing to like change it, you know. But yeah, I mean, it's fun, it's cool. I mean, he probably counted the cost of it and was like, I'm gonna let him have it, and we're gonna have fun with it. They're gonna enjoy it, they're gonna have fun with it, and you know, and I'll figure it out. So that's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not trying to like criticize the dude or something, you know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that that definitely increases your party power significantly, and at that low level, like, that's most of your party power is that dude. So that kind of like, that kind of steals the spotlight, like, you know, possibly from other party members in combat, you know what I'm saying? Because like, that Shield Guardian's doing crap loads of damage, and He's the tank. He's hard to kill. Armor class, hit points, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? That's all. It's just stuff to think about. There's not necessarily a right or wrong way. It's just something to think about. Oh, that's supposed to be a belt buckle. I'm painting belt buckles gray. Crap. I'll probably make them like, woo, hitting the cameras. Hitting the cameras. I'll probably make them like, what do you want to call it? Black belt buckle or leather brown or something like that. But I was definitely painting the wrong thing. Provoke, not invoke. Provoke. There we go. Bam. It's not bad. Except for the the gray belt. The gray leather. Gray leather. It came from a gray render. It's from the hide of a gray render. Thus you have gray leather. Actually, I'm gonna go down to number 1 because I'm starting to get into thin crap now. Actually, let me get these scales and then I'll come back to the club. You got the initiative screwed up. I screw up initiative all the time. Like, not rolling it, but, like, skipping people. Like, I'll get to the end of a round, end of a turn, end of an entire round, and, like, somebody will be like, hey, I didn't get to go. And I'm like, oh, crap, I skipped you. I don't do it intentionally. It's just, it happens, you know? I got skulls on here. Skulls are white. Bleached skulls. This is an ugly brown. What did I paint this? Ugh. I was painting some of this leather. An ugly brown. I gotta redo that. That's horrible. It's horrible. 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 I'm gonna hit this shield a little bit. Oops. I gotta stop bumping the camera. I'm gonna start picking up the speed a little bit because I want to get some progress on this thing. Phones are good, like, if you're looking up crap for your game. Like, they're very helpful. I have an app that's all the D&D 5th edition, like, spells on it. So much faster to look up a spell in that app than to flip through a stupid book and try to find it. There we go. That's looking pretty cool. Dude, the committee talk is crazy. Like every stinking, what do you want to call it? Every time it's a player's turn, not, well, I mean, from what I'm seeing, there's committee talk every single time. Like it's like, you know, commander's turn, and everybody at the table is discussing what he could do, and they're like strategizing, and everybody's turn, man. The committee talk, it's gonna take them like 5 hours to do one combat. That's crazy. I don't know if that's normal at a game, but at my games, there's no committee talk. It takes too long. It's not realistic. I mean, a combat round's 6 seconds, you know? You're going to like everybody at the table is going to discuss what you're going to do for like 10 minutes before you do something. That's not realistic. And it makes combat take so long. Crazy. Combat should be stressful and like, you know, fast-paced and hectic and like, oh crap, I didn't do the optimal thing. Well, that's because somebody's trying to stab you in the face. It stresses you out and you make mistakes and crap. So I don't have a problem with that. And like, you should be thinking about what you're going to do on your turn when it's everybody else's turn. That gives you like 10 minutes to think about what you're going to do while everybody else is going. It's actually probably not bad for a stream, though, because people are learning new tactics and stuff as they listen to it. But, like, if you're actually playing the game, committee talk is lethal. I mean, unless you're okay with running super slow combats. I mean, because some groups like probably are okay with that, but whatever. That's looking pretty slick now. Woo! It's getting better. All right. Cameron says, I could do without the Shield Guardian. I'd like to see what our party could do without it. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun, dude. Leave it at home one day, you know? I mean, if you guys got treasure and crap somewhere, well, you're second level, so maybe not. But, like, yeah, just leave it at home and see what happens. Totally. Kreeboo, what's going on? I am painting. This is an ogre. Is that going to help? That helps a little bit. You can kind of see it a little bit better in that camera. There's a shot of it too. I got to hold it still so it can focus. Come on, baby, focus. Focus. It's focusing on my table still. There we go. There we go. Check that out. That is the mini I'm painting. It is a big fat ogre. Woo! Nice. Princess Carnita wants tips for painting miniatures. Yeah, practice. Lots of practice. Watch videos on YouTube of people teaching you how to paint minis. Not my videos. I'm not a particularly good painter, but I watch tons of videos of people showing you how to do mini painting and crap, and then practice a lot. That's the best tips I can give you right there. All right. Where am I going? What was I going to do? I got the shield done. And I'm looking, that's metal. I'm looking for metal. Oh, hold on a second, Janelle. I might, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, Janelle, I apologize. I don't know how to. I see you. It looks like you have a question or something. I'll take a look at that in a second. I'm gonna get this knee piece painted. Well, that's that. I don't know what the heck that is. That looks like clothing. I need to find a color for clothing for him to wear. Probably like red or something would be cool. That'd be a cool color for clothing. All right. Janelle says, I have a shy rogue that can only be heard by the warlock who takes credit for every idea. Comic duo. But if the party isn't near, he becomes very loud and can't sneak attack. Oh, that's cool. I guess it wasn't a question. I thought you had a question. It's just, that's cool. I love rogues. I love rogues. They're one of my favorite classes. Fun, fun, fun. The Shield Guardian ripped the head off a zombie Trex. A zombie T-Rex. That's awesome, dude. What type of paint would I recommend? I mean, if you're just starting mini painting, get the like cheapo paint from like Walmart or whatever, Meijer or whatever. It's like $1 or $2 for one of these stupid things. And you practice with that stuff until you get better. And then you can think about, I keep hitting myself. And then you can think about getting more expensive stuff. This right here is like my quote unquote expensive paint. I think this cost me like maybe $30 to $40 for all of this crap. So this is not expensive. This is dirt cheap paint. You can get like pots and crap from like, you know, Vallejo or Citadel that's like really expensive. But like, dude, until you're like, I get perfectly good, in my opinion, for what I'm doing, I get great results using cheap paint. I don't care. Okay. Now, if you're like, once you like graduate to like, you know, semi-professional or some bull crap, you know, then yeah, I'm sure you're going to get a whole lot better results with good paints, you know. But like, dude, I'm just painting miniatures using my tables, you know what I mean? People are going to be touching them and stuff, and they're going to get dropped and crap, you know what I mean? So like, I'm not putting these in display cases, so I don't really care. But I have seen really cool colors from some of those expensive paints that look really cool. But they're like, I don't know how expensive they are. They're expensive though. So I use the cheap crap. There you go. Matthew Perkins, what's going on in the house, buddy? He says, what's going on, Matthew? Good to see you here, buddy. How much real estate do your minis take up? I'd be worried about losing too much shelf space if I got into it. That's a good question, man. You want to see? You want to see? All right, stand by. We'll do it. Let me clean my brush off real quick, and then I'll give you a show and tell of my mini crap. It's not that bad, and it doesn't have to be on shelves. I don't keep my minis like out on shelves in the open. Really, they're all in like containers and crap like that to keep them protected and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna pause my video. We'll do a little show and tell. I'll show you my stuff. I'll show you my stuff. All right, here we go. Put that down. We'll put that down. All right, so this right here is my tackle box. This is a fishing tackle box. This is what I keep on my mini. This I take to my games to carry the minis that I'm going to use for that game session. This right now is pretty full of minis. I mean, it's got a lot of minis in there. And then my cat orange is down here. This right here is, it's kind of like a tackle box, but it's not actually a tackle box. This right here is full of terrain that I take with me right here. And then, so there's, that tackle box probably has like, I want to say it has probably 50 or so minis in it at the current time, maybe a little bit more, something like that. All right. So this right here is like a stackable, like this is in the tool section of like Menards and crap, and these things are stackable. And these ones I put the bigger minis in this stuff right here. So the bottom one here is actually empty. I don't have anything in it. I just got minis in the top one right here. And then I just have a table right now in my basement. I have 4 of these smaller ones right here. And these are all, you know, full of minis. Oh, hold on. You know what? Stand by. Stand by. Let's go to the other view. So you can see here, you know, that I like, you know, the minis go in here and stuff. these are all minis I painted. These are Dwerger that I painted. Tieflings I painted. These are some like little spy guys that I painted. Drow. You can see my drow here. I painted all of these like drow and stuff. See, this is an example of the basing that I put on them. If it'll focus. Come on, baby, focus. Focus, camera, focus. It won't focus. There it is. There it is. Now you can see a little bit of the basing that I put on them when I get closer to doing it. I mean, when I get done with everything else. So yeah, I got like 4 of these things. But see, these are all, dude, see, these are all like stackable and crap. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not going to take up tons of shelf space, and you don't have to even use shelves for these things. You just stack them on top of each other, you know what I'm saying? Put them in a corner in your basement, you know? This guy. Orange. This cat right here. Oh my goodness. Look at this guy. This guy has been rubbing against my leg all night as I've been painting. That's orange. 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 All right. Anyway, that's it for show and tell time. Oh, and we're going back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, I gotta get my thing going here. There we go. Anyway, there you go. But that's a lot of minis, dude. That's like 200 plus miniatures. So it takes some time, or just spending a lot of money at once to get them, you know. So David uses Reaper paints. I've never used those. I'm sure they're good. They're probably a lot better than what I have. You know, I'll probably, if I ever start using expensive paints, I'll probably start using Vallejo first, because like the Citadel paints are like stupid crazy expensive. I'm like, no thank you. I think the Vallejo are cheaper. All DMs go fishing to find the rare minis. Yeah. Janelle, what's the best way to start collecting minis? I'm using checker pieces with a piece of paper to notate the mobs. All right, Janelle. Now you're making me. I'm gonna pause my chain video so I can take this off. All right, I'm gonna show you, Janelle. I'm gonna show you the best way to start collecting minis. It's gonna cost you $50, and you're gonna have about 50 minis. So they come out to about $1 each. But I'm about to show you. So get ready to have your mind blown. So these are boxes that I have in the background of my new videos. This right here it's a board game. It's called Wrath of Ashardalon, and it's just a big thick board game. You can see here. You can get this on Amazon.com. This comes with about 50 miniatures. One of them is a big, huge dragon, too. Stand by. One of them is like... Oh, that's the wrong one. I mean, one of them is this dragon right here. I mean, you can see, like, the size of this. This is... Whoops, that's the wrong way. This is not a small miniature. Big dragon comes with that. Like... Seriously, you can go on like Reaper minis and stuff and get dragons like this, and a dragon like this could be like $20 to $30, okay? Just the dragon alone. But with that board game box, you're getting like 50 miniatures, plus the dragon, plus other crap. This one right here is another one, Legend of Drizzt. It's a board game. It's just a board game. Amazon.com. And that one comes with this like Pit Fiend or Balor mini as well. Really cool looking. I have no idea how I'm going to paint this guy, because it's going to be impossible to get like inside the wings and crap on this dude. So Janelle, that is my recommendation for collecting miniatures. Getting those the board games that I just showed you are about $50 on Amazon, and you will have about 50 miniatures, and there you go, $50, 50 miniatures. Now here's the thing: a little over $1 a miniature is insanely good deal. The only thing is they're not painted. Okay, they're going to be like green and blue and purple and stuff, or red like those ones. So you're going to have to paint them, you know. And to paint stuff, what I actually do when I first started painting miniatures, I bought like basically the equivalent of little plastic army men, only they were fantasy figures, like, you know, $10 for, like, you know, a whole crap load of them. And I practiced on those. So I did not practice on expensive, like, real D&D minis. I practiced on these, like, little plastic figurines that I got in these big buckets. Okay? And then once I got okay at that, or I got at least a little bit of practice, then I went to painting more expensive miniatures. So that's my advice for you. I would start with those guys right there. Another good tactic you could use is to go to eBay and look for miniature lots. A lot of times people will sell big lots of minis for, I mean, you're going to pay $50 or something, maybe $100 for it, but it's going to come with a bunch of minis. And you're going to end up paying $1 to $2, maybe $3 per mini, which is a pretty good price for miniatures most of the time. $2 for sure is a good price for a miniature. You just got to buy a bunch at a time. So eBay is another good way to do that. So there you go. I go little by little. You know, don't think you have to buy a crap load at once. You know, just start collecting here and there, you know, and stuff. So there we go. I'm gonna go back to my painting. That's the advantage of the wet palette, though. You know, that it's not drying out; it's staying wet. All right, where was I? I was painting gray stuff. I gotta do his club, so I'm gonna get my number 1 brush. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Jeez. It's like they just discovered the F word, and that's all they know how to say. Hey, everybody, we just discovered this word. I'm like screwing up over here. I'm getting gray on my wood. Ah! Yeah, Tom's the new guy. So Tom's never played D&D before, apparently. So they're explaining stuff to him, which is cool. Crap, I'm getting gray all over my wood that I've already painted, man. I gotta be really careful on what I'm doing right now because I don't bump the camera. I don't want to like mess my wood up. Are they still in combat? Like, have they been in combat for, like, the same combat for, like, an hour? It's like I can't even tell if they're in combat because there's so much, like, you know, discussion that goes on. They're still in combat. Oh my gosh. They had a long discussion about something or other during combat. I think I got them all. I was doing all the spikes. I was like, the camera's off. Oh, I didn't have the camera on. Thanks, Janelle, for letting me know. I appreciate that. Otherwise, I would have been here painting for like 5 hours. And everybody's like, Luke, we can't see what you're doing. All right, so what I was doing is I was painting. This thing won't focus. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Focus. 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 Oh, this is a piece of junk. There we go. There we go. I was painting the spikes on its club right there. And I think I got them all good now. So there you go. I think I got all of the metal crap that I want to do right now. Nope, I'm going to touch that up. I'm just going to toss a little bit of extra paint right here. See, now that I kind of got like the base down, I can kind of like go in and touch up a couple spots that, you know, look like they need it and stuff. I'm bumping the camera. I had an idea for this face on the shield too. So what I was thinking is for this right here, making like wood color around the edges and then have it turn into like a red face.
you know, and then I might try to do like a little bit of like keep it wet and then blend it so that it kind of like comes together. I don't do that a whole lot, so I'm probably gonna suck at it. But that was an idea I had, to like blend the brown into the red that comes at the face. That was my idea. Oh, this combat is so slow. So slow. Oh, this is painful. I'm sorry. I should be like all positive and happy and stuff, but it's awesome. Ooh, I'm sorry. That's a slow combat. I'm like touching up this chain on here. There's like a chain. I'm just giving it some love. Oh, I found some metal. There's some metal on the horn on his belt that I didn't get. There we go. Okay, that's good. Moving on. What I think I'm gonna do is I put a wash on this chick's hair, and I'm gonna dry brush some highlights into it now, because now it's just looking all dirty, like I washed it. Because that makes sense. That statement only makes sense when you're painting miniatures. It looks dirty because I washed it. Oh, really? So David says they started off with a cutscene, basically. There was nothing they could do to affect the outcome. Really? So the outcome was decided, and they're just playing through it, but there's no... Really? That's interesting. That's a long cutscene. That's like a... Stand by. Stand by. I've been watching this for an hour now. That's an hour-long cutscene of combat that they can't influence the outcome? Really? Giddy up. Okay, to set the narrative. All right, that's fair. I guess that's fair. He's doing something a little different. Okay, that's cool. It's still slow though, right? If they can't, wait, hold on a second. Time out. If they can't affect the outcome, then why are they spending so much time debating about what they're going to do? Like, if they know the outcome is set, then why just make decisions? You know? I don't know. Maybe I'm whatever. Janelle, I have not watched the Heroes of Awesome at all. Are they like on YouTube or something? There's 2 Toms? Oh, man. There are 2 Toms. Well, I know one's a Tom. Nails is a Tom. I don't know what the other Tom is. Because they don't have the players' names. They just have, like, their... I think they have their names. One is called Judge. One is called Commander. One is called Nails. And one's called Copper. Okay, I don't know what that means. Well, at least I know which one's the Dungeon Master. And what his name is. That's interesting. Copper's Tom, too? So they got both Toms sitting next to each other? Okay, gotcha. I wonder what cameras they're using. They probably got some kicking cameras. Wow. Elizabeth, what's going on? How you doing? I'm painting minis. Well, I was until I started talking about crap. Janelle says the War in Scarlet campaign is basically a group of new players playing D&D. Okay, cool. That sounds cool. All right, let's do some hair. So I put a black wash on her hair, and of course it looks all dirty now. That's just what happens. So now I'm gonna take and I'm gonna do some dry brushing of her hair. So this shouldn't take too long. Dry brushing is usually pretty quick, but I need a color for her hair. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dry brush it twice. I'm gonna start off with a darker brown, and then I'm gonna go to a lighter brown, and that'll give like some layers and some highlights and crap to it. So I need browns. So I have 2 browns I'm looking at. I have one called raw umber, and the other one's called burnt umber. And so, woo. So I'll start with the raw umber first. And now these paints right here are super thick. So they gotta be watered down, you know, hardcore before you can even use them. Like they're like a thick paste. You can't even use them unless you water them down first. Look at this. I'm squeezing it and it's like not coming out. I think it got dried or something. There we go. I don't need a lot of this crap either because I'm only dry brushing, and I just put a big old sloppy mess on there. All right, hold on. Usually, by the way, this is usually what I do. I like swap between different minis while I'm letting one dry. You know, I'll go to another one. And so now her hair, the wash I put on her hair is dry, and so I'll come back to her and work on her a little bit. I gotta thin out my my paint. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably good to thin that. I put a big, huge blob on there, so I should have not put that much paint on the palette. I'm gonna dry brush, so I want a pretty big. This will work. I'll use that one. Anyway, I'm mixing first. See how thick this is? This is not the best paint, to be honest with you. Because I gotta like thin it out, and then it's hard, man. Look how hard that is. I got a big chunk of it. See, you got a big chunk right here. It shouldn't be like that hard. That's what happens when you buy cheap paint, ladies and gentlemen. You got to deal with it. Anyway, that's good. I don't have to mix the whole stupid thing up. I have enough now on there that it'll work. All right. Now I'm dry brushing hair, and I just washed it. So I do not want to load my brush up too much. Let's try that. So I'm just gonna kind of brush it over it. That's I need more. I need more. I'm unloading the paint from it just on like nope, that's too much. Still too much. On a paper towel over here. Now I just noticed I have a couple like white spots in here that don't have any paint at all on them and they look lame. So I'm gonna have to toss some paint on those white spots. I'm just gonna take a bit of this and stuff it in there. That's what I'm gonna do. Come on, man. Get your butt on there. I'm like, only one that's going to notice that white spots. This guy has so many hit points. I'm not even going to worry about it. I'm not even going to track the damage you've done to him. that causes confidence in a battle. It's like, oh, you're not even tracking damage we do to him. It's that hopeless, is it? Sweet. Dang it. I missed the spot. I was like going to put a spot. Well, there's another spot. I didn't see it, maybe. There we go. Elder Knight, what's going on, man? How you doing? Good to see you around here. We're painting minis tonight and watching Matt Colville's The Chain, Episode 1, Red Sky at Morning. Oh, and I'm dry brushing my giant's hair. I just got done putting a wash in her hair, and now I'm dry brushing it to give it some life, and so it doesn't look dirty too. Nose. Sweet. That's looking so much better. You guys have no idea. So much better than when I started her hair. Her hair looked like garbage when I began doing it. Now it looks a lot better. I'm like, wow. Dos attacks, por favor. Este hombre habla español muy bien. Se fija, se nota. Va a pintar en español. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like it. I like it a lot. Dang, she looks pretty sweet now. She's looking pretty sweet. I like that. All right, now I'm going to get a lighter brown, and we're going to do some highlights on her hair. Elizabeth says, welcome to the bread bank. Okay, moving on. Oh, you know what? I didn't need to wash out my brush. I'm like dry brushing. I don't think I need to really wash it. I just can go on to the next one. And that makes my brush wet too when I wash my brush. And I'm trying to dry brush. I think that's how that works. All right. All right, we want a lighter brown. I got cat hair. Woo! Cat hair is like, whatever. What is this? Burnt umber? Raw umber. I might have to put something in here to make this lighter because that looks pretty dark to me, but gotta water it down. Put some drops of this crap in there. They're going to spend this whole stream on one battle. It's a 3-hour stream. I mean, I've had long battles before, so I don't want to criticize too much. I don't think I've had battles that have lasted like more than... I'm sure I've had battles that have lasted maybe a couple hours. I feel like I got to stop bumping cameras. Alright, I'm going to dry brush with that. It doesn't look like it's a light enough brown. It still looks pretty dark. So, might not be light enough. But we shall see. I mean, even if it's not dark, even if it's not light enough, I'll just put a little bit on and then I'll lighten it up. It'll just give more layers to it, you know? More layers of brown colors. It'll just give her hair more texture and crap, you know? Oh my gosh. He's sitting here talking about not pausing to look rules up during the game because it slows the game down. Which is true. It does slow the game down. So you do want to avoid looking rules up during gameplay. Absolutely. The irony, and the reason I laugh at that, though, the irony is that their combat is so super slow for a lot of other reasons that looking up a rule here and there is not going to affect it overall. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's kind of like if somebody's shooting at you and you're worried about, like, a bee stinging you. It's like, why are you worried about that bee? Somebody's shooting at you. You know, take care of that first. Alright, I gotta lighten this brown up. Woo! I'm gonna lighten this up. So, I could add white to it. A little tiny bit of white. But you gotta add, like, very little white. Because white goes a long way. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a drop of white somewhere else on my palette. And then I will grab a little tatty bit. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to take some of this brown and I'm going to toss it right there. And then I'm going to take some white. A little tiny bit. That's it. That's too much. And then mix it together. See what we get. There we go. That's not too bad. That's a lot lighter brown, so that should work. Nice. 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 We'll go with that brown. All right. I don't want to have a lot on here. I want to unload that. Now you don't want to like put too much of that on there. I feel like it's not light enough. I'm gonna go for some more of that, but I don't think I have it like light enough. I need to make it a little lighter. There we go. That looks good. All right. Quit hitting the camera, Luke. I think what I'm gonna do. This doesn't got to be perfect. This looks pretty good, just like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some white highlights to it, like very subtle white highlights. You don't want to go crazy on that crap. I'm just gonna go pure white and add some highlights. I gotta be careful with this because you don't want to like totally screw it up. That's too light. See, I gotta unload it more. Gotta really unload it because the white will overpower that crap. And I just want just like the tips with the white, right? Like I don't want to get any of my valleys. Quit bumping the camera. Nice. All right. I like it. I like it. I think her hair's done. Partially because it looks good and partially because I'm done goofing with it. Sometimes you just give up on something and call it a day, you know what I'm saying? But it does look good. It looks a bajillion times better than when I started. Really nice. It's got some darkness in it where I put the wash. It's got different colors of browns and crap. Get nice highlights and crap in it. Ted Berger's in the house. What's going on, man? DM painting. Yep. Just got done highlighting a giant's hair. Hey, Ted, take a wild guess where we will be using this giant. If it'll focus. Check this giant out. Awesome. I love her skin color. Like, I was just goofing around and I came up with this like yellowish, nasty yellowish skin color, but it looks really cool. I got done doing her hair. I washed it, did several different like colors of brown, dry brush it and crap to it. So yeah, giddy up. It could probably use some wash on the armor or something. I could put a wash on the the scales. I could put a black wash on the scales and then highlight it with red. I could do something like that. That would make the scales pop for sure. I could probably put a wash on the armor because there are lots of crevices there. That would look pretty cool. I don't want to spend a bajillion hours, though, you know what I'm saying, on this guy either, because I got lots of minis to paint. And I got to get them done. My wife will not buy me any more minis for my birthdays or for my, what do you want to call them, Christmas, until I paint the ones I have. And so I got to paint these things. All right. So I think I'm just gonna call the giant done because that's good enough for me. Recognizing that you can always make it better because it's never truly done. All right, I'm gonna take a break. Well, all the ones you gave me are just more that I have to paint or like hide from my wife. so she doesn't know I haven't painted them. All right, I'm gonna take an intermission break, get some more coffee and stuff, and then I will be back momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you know what? Actually, I actually have an intermission thingy I can play for you. Here you go. Kind of back. I'm just gonna. I gotta toss some eye drops in. My contacts are getting all dry. Ooh, it's 11:30. I'm about to go to bed too. I'm not gonna last much longer. Whew. That feels better. All right. Yeah, it's like 11:30, so this party is not going to last much longer. I'll tell you that right now. All right. I think what I want to do, since I got a bunch of browns, I'm going to work on this shield. this shield right here, I'm going to put some brown, and then the face will be red, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give that a go. I should stop drinking coffee if I'm going to bed. It's like, he's a genius. He's going to bed and he's drinking coffee. I need red. Crimson red. I'm going to use scarlet red. That's a bright red. Occurred to me, I could probably blow my. There we go. Look at that. You could probably see what I'm doing better that way. Alright, so I need brown. I gotta do this fast because I'm gonna try to do like a wet blend type thing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do a lot of wet blending at all. So I may or may not know what I'm doing here. Totally possible. But we're giving it a go because yes. Because yes. Alright, now I'm going to change my brown color. I'm going to go to a lighter brown. One of their characters just died. I'm like, so Ted, what I'm trying to do is this is what I'm going for. You know, I want the edges. Come on, focus, camera, focus. Come on, you stupid camera. I want the edges of the shield to be like a dark brown, and then I want it to go kind of fade to this red I have in the middle. So that is what I'm going for. I may or may not succeed. We shall see. And if it looks like crap, well, this is an ogre. And guess what? Ogres don't know how to paint shields. So. Oh, they're having an intermission break on their thing. I gotta fast forward. There we go. That's actually working okay. I got it blending pretty decently into the red in the middle of the shield. Nice. I think that's turning out pretty darn good. I mean, you won't really know what it really looks like until it's dried, but I think I need some more dark brown in the edges. But I think it looks pretty cool. Nice. I like it. It's gonna need a wash because there's lots of nice crevices in there. But yeah, it's definitely gonna need a wash and stuff in there. But that's pretty cool. I like that. Hey, that looks pretty good. It's a pretty good from not knowing what I'm doing. Nice. No, dude, you're not painting the other ogre for me. I'll paint my own ogres. This guy right here, this is an Eaton. This guy is prepped and ready to go. I got my my black wash crap thingy. What do I call that? Dark liner. I call it dark liner. Come on, camera. There we go. Check that guy out. That guy is awesome. That guy is gonna look slick when he gets some paint on him. Alright, I gotta fast forward this stuff. They're taking an intermission break. There we go. They're back. All right. Cool. Oh, I gotta paint brown. I did some really bad brown. I can redo that. Ooh, nice. I'm gonna do that right there. Are you kidding me? He launched a Patreon and he hasn't come up with the rewards yet for the different tiers. Why would you launch it without knowing what the rewards are? It's like, I'm gonna sell you something. I don't know what you're getting yet, though. Just give me money. Epic Dwarf, what's going on, dude? How's it going, man? A hug or something. Yeah, totally, dude. Like, seriously. All right? Like, I have a Patreon and crap like that, and I would never have dreamed of freaking launching my Patreon without giving, like, some reward tiers. Like, actual rewards, the tiers to people, you know? I think a hug or, like, a little kiss into the camera, anything like that would be at least reasonable than just, like, give me money. Which I don't mind. Like, I mean, dude, you know, if the dude's making great content and people are getting value from it, then I don't have a problem with people just giving him money because, like, you know, to support what he's doing. But, like, just setting up a Patreon without anything in the reward tiers is really weird. Like, who does that? At that point, you're just throwing all best practices out the window completely and just, like, relying on people just liking you and believing in you to give you money. Which, I mean, there are people that obviously support him and will give him money, which is fine. That's not a problem, but, you know, it's not normal. But whatever. There should be like a $2,000 Patreon level that literally the reward is I'll give you a hug, like in person. So I'll buy a plane ticket, I will fly to you and give you a hug. And that's like the $2,000 Patreon reward. It's really hard getting into this crevice. And I don't want to, like, screw up other parts I've already painted, you know? Yeah, that looks better. I had a really bad spot. Ted will pass on the hug. That's alright, man. I wouldn't give you a hug anyway, dude. Once you can play the same PC for a year without changing, I'll consider giving you a hug. So that's never going to happen. What kind of medium am I using? I mean, I don't know what you mean. Like, the medium that I have is, stand by. I'll just show you it. This is the medium I use when I mix crap up. It's just Liquitex Professional Matte Medium. But, like, I use that for, like, my paint thinner. So for my paint thinner, I use, like, a 1-to-1 mixture of distilled water and then this matte medium crap right here. So that's what I use to thin my paints. I mean, it seems to work fairly well. I also use this matte medium for something else. I forgot what I used it for. Oh, I use it for my dark liner wash that I make. It's like a bunch of junk in there. Dude, once we get into Curse of Strahd, man. Yeah. Alright, what was I doing? Yeah, that face on the shield is looking really good. Like, that blending, that wet blend looks, I think it turned out pretty good. Like, you know, for someone who's only wet blended twice before, it turned out pretty good. What was I doing? I was painting something. Oh, and I still got, my brush has still got paint on it. Oh, I got to get the buckles. Dang it, I keep hitting the camera. Someday I'll figure that out. Yet there's a camera right here. I don't know if I showed them all to her, Ted. I probably did. I probably came home and was like, look what one of my players gave me all these minis. Dude, I'm almost out of that. What was that whiskey you got me? With the red wax seal, Maker's Mark or something like that. I've got like one swallow left on that. That stuff was good. For a guy who's like never had whiskey before, I thought it was pretty good. I just got demonetized because I said whiskey. Nice. So the Chain is a mercenary group. Okay, that's cool. Nice. Nice. I have like belt buckles, and I think that I want to make them gold. The ogre is wearing golden belt buckles. That would be super sweet. I think I want his undercloth to be like red or something. I'm going to use this red for his underwear. This guy's getting pretty close to being done. I've got most of the stuff. Ooh, I got to do that. I need to get my gray again. Dude, I don't intentionally TPK. Like, TPKs are pretty rare in my groups, man, because, like, people usually have to screw up big time for a TPK to happen. Like, alerting an entire castle and then going in anyway. That's a TPK in the making. Leaving monsters alive behind you that are following you, pressing forward, and then running into another monster and getting sandwiched. That's a TPK. I need black. These skulls should be white. I need to make... Oh, I have white. Woohoo! I have white. I have white on my palette. Tell your wife I have $100 to make you TPK. My wife doesn't care, dude. She's not gonna... $100 isn't gonna motivate me to kill everyone, man. You gotta make that 1,000 or 2,000, dude. Then I'll think about it. All right. Skull time. I am painting skulls white. White. Oh, by the way, make a really nice skeleton color. I found paint something kind of white and then put a sepia wash on it. Turns into like really nice aged bone color. I might put a sepia wash on these skulls just to make them look aged. Because that'll make it look cooler. There we go. White skulls. Those are cool. I love it. I need black. I need to do some black. Yeah, man. Whiskey in a wine bottle. Wash sepia over it. Over what? The skulls? Yeah, dude. That's what I was going to do. I got to let the white dry, though. And then it'll look nice and like aged bone. What was I gonna do? Black. All right, here we go. I found it. I found my black. I don't need a lot. One drop is enough. Why am I doing this? I thought I was going to do this gold. I was going to do the buckles gold. And now I'm doing them black. I'll just put gold over the black. Whatever. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I was gonna paint his underwear. Ah, the ogre's underwear. I'm gonna make them red. Yeah, these red underwear are gonna look pretty cool. All right, Ted. See you, man. See you at the game. A bunch of giants are gonna kill all you guys. Oh, man. You guys can't see me painting very well. Stand by. There. That's a little better. I need gold. I need to put gold on the belt buckles and stuff. I'm gonna brush that crap. Wow. Holy crap. Oh. I'm gonna put a little bit of a, what do you want to call it? I'm gonna dry brush the shield a little bit. Put some highlights on that. Oh, I wanted to put a wash on that. Yeah, I should put a little bit of a wash in there. That'll look cool. It's a little bit of a wash, not a lot, and I only want it in the brown spots. I need to go to bed. It's midnight. I gotta make sure I'm painting under the camera. I keep wanting to paint like off the camera. There. That wash will make that shield look a lot better. And then I'm gonna put a sepia wash on the skulls because I think that'll make them look cool. I got my lavado sepia. Tengo mi lavado sepia para usar aquí. Nice. That's looking good. I think I need to put a black wash in like the chainmail. This guy's getting pretty close. He's getting really close to being done. Tell you what, wash in like chainmail looks so sweet. That's too much. Oh, I gotta get that out of there. I don't want to get too much wash on there, man. Oh well, whatever. Oh man, I need to go to bed. Glorious gold. I'm almost done with this.
Boots are made for walking. Boots are made for walking. Cameron, what's up, dude? So, how much does it take? How much does it cost me a month to keep up my mini painting hobby? I've been thinking about getting to myself. All right, so in my experience, miniature painting, because I don't like crack out tons and tons of minis all the time, I just paint like casually and crap. There is a large upfront cost to getting the materials that you need, the brushes, the paints, and some other things. I say large upfront cost, and like it's not even that big of a deal. You can probably get what you need for under $50. Some brushes, some relatively inexpensive paints, and then a few minis, you know. But the brushes will last you like forever. It'll last you a long time. I mean, the paints aren't gonna like run out super fast and stuff. So you put some upfront money into it, and you get what you need. And then you just paint minis. And the great thing about minis is that they're mini, which means that you don't use a lot of paint on them. So the paint lasts a long time, and the washes last a long time. So, I mean, you could get going with $50, you know, for some basic brushes and some paints. Maybe like a black wash or something. And then just grab a few minis and start painting. It's not expensive. At that point, all you're probably paying for is new miniatures when you need some and you want to paint more, you know. So it's not you could make it an expensive hobby if you wanted to, and I'm sure there are miniature painters that make it really expensive because they're spending lots of money on expensive paints and blah 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 whatever. But it doesn't have to be. In fact, if you're just getting into it, I would recommend do not do that. You might hate it. It might be the most frustrating, infuriating thing for you. I would spend cheapo money on it to begin with to make sure you actually like it and you want to keep doing it. And then as you get better at it and you actually decide that it's something that I want to continue doing, then maybe consider spending more money on it and crap, you know. But I wouldn't do it off the bat. So I don't think mini painting is expensive by any means. Yeah, that's my answer. Done. I was about to start repeating myself, so that's about when I need to stop talking. What was I going to do? Oh, I was going to work on the face. Going to. What happened there? Oh, I got some white on his knuckle. Or the paint's coming off. Oh, I was going to do the face. I keep forgetting what I'm going to do. So for the face, I'm going to put some wash in little parts of it. And then the tongue and the teeth. Okay, so I'm going to make the tongue red. There, that looks better. I got his tongue red and his teeth white. So that looks really cool. I think I'm going to make his eyes should be like yellow or something.
That could look really cool. I think I'm just going to put a black wash in it, though, for now. Yeah, Cameron, the dudes on YouTube, like the mini painters, like the professional or like really good mini painters, yeah, they're going to spend crap loads of money, you know, and they're going to be like using like Citadel pots and all of this expensive crap. You don't need that. You do not need that. Not if you're starting out. I mean, they just, you know, there's only a couple of mini painters I've watched on YouTube. Who's one of them? I forget him. I forget the name anyway. That's not the point. I bet that some of these guys just love showing the expensive products they use because it gives them a boost of like, look how cool I am. I'm using expensive paint and expensive brushes. I'm a professional mini painter. I don't know. I'm not saying they all do that. I'm saying there's probably some of them probably are, you know. So if they're like throwing around all the cool expensive paints and stuff, you know what I mean? I'm sure they use it because it's probably good quality, you know what I mean? But you don't need that stuff if you're just getting started, you know. Just get cheapo stuff. All right. Where am I at? I've got to go to bed. I don't know if you heard this before, Cameron, when I was talking about it, but to practice mini painting, buy plastic, like toys, basically, like little army men, or like there are fantasy versions of army men. You can get them on Amazon. Like there's one thing called buckets of zombies or buckets of undead. Buy those things, and they're roughly the size of D&D minis, but they're super cheap. And you get tons of them, and you can practice on them, so that you're not like, you know, painting expensive minis badly. You can get better on this cheap little toys, and then once you have like you're good at it, you can go on to the more expensive minis or something. So I was gonna put a wash. Wash. All right, I think that's good. This guy is... I'm looking this guy over, and I think I'm done with him. I might do some dry brushing on him. For tonight, the ogre is done. Alright, I'm just taking care of stuff now. I'm starting to pack up. So for the wet palette, what I love about the wet palette is just boop, packed. I almost tipped over my water thing. Wait. I should probably wash this a little bit better, but like, whatever. I don't use this thing but for like washes these days anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So this is like what I do to my brushes. There we go. You probably don't need to do that to brushes, but it protects the bristles, so I just put them back on. That's how they were when I bought them. So then I put it back in the plastic because that's what I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm done. I'm packing up, calling it a day. I will see you some other time. There we go. I'm peacing out. Peacing out, going to bed. Stop streaming. Later. Oh, I misclicked.